Israel launches airstrikes at Gaza for first time since ceasefire ended 11-day bombing blitz that saw more than 220 killed. Huge explosions have rocked Gaza tonight as Israel aircraft launched new strikes against Hamas, ending a brief ceasefire. Airstrikes were carried out for the first time since the truce ended the 11-day bombing blitz that killed more than 220 people. Israel's military said the explosions were a response to the launching of incendiary balloons that caused fires in fields in the south of the country. In a statement issued after the raid, the military said it was prepared for all scenarios, including renewed fighting. And a Hamas spokesman said Palestinians would continue to pursue their brave resistance and defend their rights and sacred sites in Jerusalem. In late May, Hamas declared victory over Israel as cheering Palestinians celebrated in the streets. But that brief truce marking the end of bloody battle that led to the death of 2 to 3 people is over. Tonight's attack followed an Israel nationalist march in East Jerusalem that angered Palestinians. Fragile truce is shattered. The ultra-nationalist March of the Flags in Jerusalem's Old City celebrates the anniversary of Israel's 1967 occupation of city's eastern sector. And violence comes after Israel's longest-serving Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was ousted by a new fragile coalition. The country's new PM Naftali Bennett previously said the government there couldn't tolerate incendiary balloons and must retaliate as if Hamas had fired rocket into Israel. Tension has been ratcheting up after the march on Tuesday. Thousands of Israeli far-right nationalists chanted death to Arabs as they marched in flag-waving procession through East Jerusalem. Israel cops on horsebacks and in riot gear cordoned off areas leading to Damascus Gate and the main entry to the Muslim quarter. Foreign Minister Yair Lapid appeared to try and calm the anger as he said those shouting racist slogans were a disgrace to the Israeli people. The fact there are radicals for whom the Israel flag represents hatred and racism is abominable and unforgivable, he said. The recent ceasefire brokered by Egypt had closed the heaviest round of fighting between the bitter enemies since a 50-day war in 2014. The initial fight began on May 10 when Hamas militants in Gaza fired long-range rockets towards Jerusalem after clashes between Palestinian protesters and Israel police at the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound. Health chiefs in Gaza says the violence killed 232 Palestinians, including 65 children, and wounded more than 1,900 in aerial bombardment. Israel says it has killed at least 160 combatants in Gaza. Authorities put the death toll in Israel at 12. Israel, which occupied East Jerusalem in 1967 war and later annexed it in a move that has not won international recognition, regards the entire city as its capital. Palestinians want East Jerusalem to be the capital of a future state that would include West Bank and Gaza. Thank you.